Should you get capital appreciation from these stocks also, then it may not be wrong also to take profits and sell them, but while we are waiting for it to appreciate, what's nice about that is you are being rewarded by the dividends that it could actually give you. So the technique here is kinda hybrid. Own the stock while waiting for it to appreciate in price, receive the dividends while waiting. In the previous video, I talked about top dividend stocks, companies in the Philippine Stock Exchange that gave a higher dividend yield. That's very, very good, especially if you're the type of person who wants to buy a stock, hold on to it, and just receive the dividends over a period of time. In this video, I want to do a different route and talk about companies that are really, really good, really stable, have shown consistency also on how they have performed over the past few years. And also, if you look at it post-COVID, that they have come out bigger, better, and stronger as well. However, their dividend yields may not be as high as compared to the other batches that I have shared to all of you. In this video, I want to talk about 15 stocks that give out dividends that may not be as high as compared to the other stocks that I've talked about. However, your approach to this could also be, since they're good, they're consistent, and also they have shown a trajectory of growth through the years, you could hold on to them for the capital appreciation that they give out. But on top of that, you can also hold on to them for the dividends that they have. The approach here would be they're a good company, they're consistent, and they have shown maturity and growth as well. But in the same way, while you're holding on to them, you could get dividends as well. Why I'm doing this also is to show you different facets of investing, that it's not just one style fit all, that there will be would also want to buy stocks that they could get capital appreciation from it. Should you get capital appreciation from these stocks also, then it may not be wrong also to take profits and sell them, but while we are waiting for it to appreciate, what's nice about that is you are being rewarded by the dividends that it could actually give you. So the technique here is kinda hybrid. Own the stock while waiting for it to appreciate in price, receive the dividends while waiting. All of the data that I'm sharing to you right now is based on the stock price as of February 4, 2023. But the dividend yield that I'm sharing to you is a forward dividend yield as well. First things first, I want to share East West Bank. Current stock price as of the time of this recording is 7.49 pesos. It gives you a dividend yield of 5.34%. Remember my videos on talking about if you want to invest in stocks that give dividends, it has to be at 5%, or the higher or the further it is upward of 5%, the better. And East West Bank fits this window, 5.34%. Second is another bank. So you can also look at that this is something that's very stable. It has withstood different crisis in the Philippine economy and has come out one of the market leaders in its industry. I'm talking about Metro Bank, which is part of the big three of Philippine banks. At the stock price of 59.8 pesos per share, it gives you a forward dividend yield of 5.02%. Again, above our 5% threshold. I think what makes banking stocks very interesting is that the interest rates to pay out the loans are very high, which means that the margins that banks have are very, very good. In turn, if you look at it, the Philippines is still a developing economy, and interest rates here are higher as compared to other countries as well. The delta between that is where the banks can make a lot of money, especially for individuals or businesses that need loans. They're paying that higher spread in interest, and that's why, since they're earning more, they can also give out more in dividends. So number 3 is AUB, Asian United Bank. At a stock price of 40.5, it's giving you a forward dividend yield of 4.94%. Number 4 is Aboitiz Power. As you all know, also I'm a big fan of energy, and what's nice about them is their exposure also to renewables, and them trying to ramp it up also is something I think that's very, very interesting. At a stock price of 38 pesos per share, it gives you a forward dividend yield of 3.82%. Number 5 is we're looking at a food and beverage company. I'm talking about FB, San Miguel and Pure Foods, which has a stock price of 50 pesos per share. Its dividend yield is 3.72%. And I think what's interesting about that is you could have a mix already, and if you're gonna try to mix and match this and start to diversify, you could get something from the banking, something from consumer food and beverage. You can also go into power. And in that way also you have a piece of diversification with an ability to get growth and an ability also to receive the dividends while you're waiting for the growth as well. So that's number 5. Number 6, we're going back to banking. It's China Bank. CHIB at a stock price of 29 pesos per share. It gives you a dividend yield of 3.45%. Number 7, you have RRHI or Robinsons Retail Holdings. I think they will benefit also from the reopening of the economy. They've been pivoting also towards online, but they're gonna benefit throughout all of the openings that we're having in the economy as the world economy shifting post-COVID already. Number 8, it's our first property development company in the list. It's part also of the JG Summit Group. So you have RLC, Robinsons Land Corporation. The stock price is 15.74 and gives you a forward dividend yield of 3.18%. So that's number 8. Number 9 is we have another banking stock, SecB or Security Bank. The stock price of 96.7 pesos per share. It gives you a forward dividend yield of 3.1%. We have a lot of banking stocks in the list. Number 10, we're now entering consumption. This has been one of the low-key stocks also over the past few years. I'm talking about DNL with a stock price of 8.41 pesos per share. It gives you a forward dividend yield of 2.85%. And what's nice about it is it gives you exposure into a B2B business that has clients that are highly connected into the Philippine consumption-driven economy story. Number 11 is we have a conglomerate in the list, the holding company of Aboitiz Power, which is AEV, Aboitiz Equity Ventures, with a stock price of 58.05%. It gives you a forward dividend yield of 2.79%. Number 12 is we have another property developer in the list, MEG or Mega World Corporation, with a stock price of 2.26 pesos per share. It gives you a forward dividend yield of 2.76%. I'm adding Pure Gold with a stock price of 33.1 pesos per share. It gives you a dividend yield of 2.6%. And similar to Robinsons Retail, we have a supermarket in the list, which I think they have been very, very resilient also in the midst of the lockdowns. And even as we reopen, people won't stop buying groceries, people won't stop going into supermarkets as well. Last two, you have Metro Pacific Investments, and this gives you a defensive stock as part of the list. As you all know, they have exposures to hospitals, to toll roads, they have exposure to Meralco and Maynilad as well. At a stock price of 3.97%, you get a dividend yield of 2.58%. And lastly, we have another stock as part of the JG Summit Group. You have your Chippies, your Jack and Jills. I'm talking about Universal Robina Corporation. And with a stock price of 149.7 pesos per share, it gives you a dividend yield of 2.3%. So that rounds up the list of dividend stocks that I think are not as high as our initial list of companies that have more than 5+%, but they are good, reputable companies also and give you a decent dividend, which you can combine for both capital appreciation while waiting for it to go up. You get the revenue off of the dividends that they give you as well. If you want more of this dividend series, I'm actually thinking about talking about companies that are really, really good, are really, really stable, have growth, but their dividends are really, really low. If you want that, put it in the comment section. Say, I want that, I want more dividends, and I'm gonna make more videos about that for you guys as well. If you guys stayed up until the end of the video, I would appreciate it if you could press the like button, you could share this to your friends, and you could comment down below, as it pretty much helps the YouTube algorithm push this channel forward as well. If you want to know more about the stock market, I have videos down below. I also have books that I've written, and I also have seminars that I've created for you guys, all of which are in the description below. That's it for now. Marvin Germo. I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon, and God bless you.